Science guy. Inertia. Science guy. The Science Guy. Science Guy.
Alright guys, welcome back. So we're going to do a couple more rounds of Legacy. Just wait for everything to catch up. And I wanted to share this tasty Pyrohemia deck I've been working on. So remember the other day we were trying, like, basically a stipulation brew. We were trying to make Braid of Fire work in Modern, and then I think we actually stumbled upon something really cool. So if you guys don't know, Hazoret is the real deal. I've seen people try Hazoret even in like Modern Jund. And you know, this gives you a way to kill players that have like leyline or indirect ways to kill other ensnaring bridge decks in the format. And it's just a really resilient threat. The only thing that really takes down a Hazoret is something like a Dismember or an exiling effect like Path. So, you know, being anti-push and terminatable is nice. But we'll maybe play this later. I still haven't figured it out. You can see I'm still missing some of the cards. But I wanted to try and see if there are other prison-style decks that are viable. This looks a little bit Sun and Moonish. We'll actually have a card that has the word Sun in it and Moon, but it's a little Sun and Moon-like. All right, overall Glissa seems... Yeah, I mean, that's the issue with Executioner's Capsule. It used to be better. There are other artifacts that have removal that you can pair with her. You could play, like, for small creatures, you could play the red one. Let's see. It actually shows up in Lantern. It's, no. What's it called? Can't think of it. It's the one that you can crack for red, and then you shock something, where you can just crack it to draw a card. I'll think of it later. But anyways, we got some Robo-Pod to finish. We have 2 games left with the Tasty Robo-Pod list. We're running the Greedy Leovold and Super Greedy Renegade Rallier in this version. Let's go. The newer version beyond this one that we were working on is going to have a Vendilion Click instead of the Riverwise. Riverwise is kind of cool, but I think that Vendilion Click will do what we need it to do. So it'll be more mana efficient, and Vendilion Click has other applications, obviously, in Legacy. So the Vendilion Click is what we're planning on using to put the Grizzlebrand back into the deck in the near future. I was thinking of Pirate Spellbomb. Yes, I was. Thank you, Stasis Guy. So yeah, like Pirate Spellbomb could be paired with Glissa, but then you're like well, you'd just be Jund colored, right? So instead, I know, I saw your list was more like Death and Taxes style, but yeah, like the Spellbombs, like that's like the kind of stuff I would want to pair with her right now. Yeah, something like this. So worst case scenario, if it's in a matchup where that's the problem with like things like Executioner's Capsule is they don't have the flexibility. Whereas something like Pirate Spellbomb or any of the other Spellbombs, it's like, okay, we're getting our Glissa value, we're going to return this, and you know, we either hit a creature, we hit the player, or we draw a card with it. If you guys don't know which Glissa we're talking about, Ill Intent looks like he was trying to brew with this particular Glissa. She's amazing. She's actually, Death Touch is really relevant right now. She does die to most of the removal in the format, but that doesn't mean you can't build a deck around her. I mean, I think she would do really well in a deck with some like Inquisitions, maybe some Thoughtseizes to protect her, and then you could kind of use her as an engine. Yeah. We're still in the queue. Legacy queue sometimes takes a while, but in the meantime, I'm happy to talk about what decks you guys are working on. I mean, I'm always happy to show you guys what I'm working on, but it's sometimes fun to see, you know, what other people are up to. But there's a downtick on bolts. Yeah, there is, and that makes her all the better. Right, exactly. She's much more likely to be fatal pushed with a fetch land from the opponent right now than a lightning bolt. All right, let's tell them good luck, have fun. So this is an easy, in Legacy, just like in Modern, it's an easy mulligan. This seems sweet. This is, although no force backup, like if the Thrag was a force, this would be sweeter. In the dark, so we don't actually have a creature to pair with this Birthing Pod. I think it'd be greedy to keep it the first pod. And Tezzeret can sometimes be our Birthing Pod effect. So let's go ahead and slam this Chalice. See what the opponent wants to do. They kept the full grip, so if they are a force deck, they should be able to fight here. I'm just going to let this go. I don't want them to know that I'm a blue deck. All right, so Judge's Familiar. So this might be like the Gregory Hatch deck. I think I still just go second Ancient Tomb. We don't necessarily need him to know what we're up to. And then I can still get Tezzeret out by going Dark Water into Seat of the Synod. So let's go second Ancient Tomb. A deck that's on Familiar, I would imagine, is a Wasteland deck, so I hate exposing our soul lands to them, but, I mean, it's not much better. I mean, if we lose this, we lose our black source, and If we lose this, we lose a blue source, and we lose both of them, we have no blue-blue for Tezzeret. It'd be nice if I had a green source here, because I could slam Thragtusk. Like, I wouldn't even mind drawing another land or Mox off the top, as long as it's a blue, sorry, a rainbow or a green source. Will I ever be streaming in 1080? Asks Maverick. There's potential. I would need to I would need to have some improvements to the stream.